Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. On today's episode, we're gonna react to is Cenat and his gang viewbotting. Let's find out. This is gonna be brought to you by It's Janky. If you want to go ahead and watch more of his video, that's his name. I'm gonna leave the link at the bottom if you want to check out more video from him.
So over the past few days, popular streamers Cenat and XQC have been going back and forth on stream, as XQC would make some pretty insane accusations against some of Kai's friends. These friends being Reggie and Rakai, who just a few days prior, Cenat basically co-signed by buying them a house, appearing on their streams, and also heavily promoting them. Now XQC would actually recognize some discrepancies with the uprise of these new streamers. More specifically, how they went from only averaging 1,000 viewers all the way up to over 60,000 within a matter of one day of streaming. First off, talking about Reggie, who looks a
I ain't gonna lie, that sounds a little fishy.
lot more suspicious.
Yesterday, I didn't even know about this guy. I think it's the GOAT. This guy might be the GOAT. Like, this is doing it better. 1K, next day, 800, next day, 8K, next day, 60K. That's the GOAT. Then they have 20, 20, 20, 30, 20.
And then after this, also talking about Rakai.
Howdy Candy, the GOAT. Some of these numbers, brother, like we're talking like 20% chat activity. 20%. That's like diabolical, brother. That is fucking undefendable. Well, 20%.
Now, chatters on Twitch are actually defined in a different way that most people think. To be a
Bro, that ass, you gotta give it to XQC. The way he talks, it's a little hard to comprehend it, but you gotta admit he is successful on Twitch.
chatter, you don't have to actually be talking in the Twitch chat. All you have to do is have a verified account on the platform. Therefore, if what XQC is saying is right, and all these streamers have 20% chat engagements, that would mean that only 20% of the people watching Rakai and Reggie's streams are actual verified accounts, which means the rest of them could be bots. On top of that, with over 100,000 live viewers, Rakai only had 4,000 subs, which if anything just makes the viewbotting accusations even more suspicious and more likely to be true.
I used to not talk about subs at all, and I peaked at like 100K subs, whatever, and I was averaging like 60K viewers. Some of these guys, they make their entire stream about sub count at 50K viewers, and they have like 5K subs. Like, what, bro? Like, please, brother. Like, please make it make sense a little bit at least.
If anything, this here is the most convincing evidence of these streamers viewbotting, as we have other people like Queso and Jinxie who literally have 70k plus subscribers, yet they're averaging way less viewers than Rakai and Reggie. Getting 100,000 viewers on your stream and only having 4k subs is diabolical. Like, that should never happen ever. Like, Cenat's averaging the same viewers and he has 100,000 subscribers. However, he would still defend Rakai and Reggie, saying that they would never viewbot, and criticizing XQC talking negatively about them.
I'm gonna be honest. This is no bias. This is no nothing off aggression. This is nothing off negativity. It looked like you dick eating, gang. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or mean. I'm gonna go ahead and say it looked like you dick eating just a little bit. And I'm kind of tired of like holding the whole road, because I feel like the more I hold shit back, it's not the first time. This is how it looked, Felix. This is me talking to Felix. This is me not really being on some shit. It looked like you dick eating because it's like it's a pattern. It's like everything, something is going good on this side. Like, you saying I say, and then when you say it and I say something, it's you was joking. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm kind of confused. It's like when a nigga say some shit, it's, oh, I'm joking. You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit, that these my niggas.
Now, even though Kai was defending his friends here, he didn't really say anything to disprove what XQC was saying.
Oh, that's true, bro. That is true. I mean, I understand that you do have to stand up for your friends, but if they're viewbotting, but then again, I'm gonna dive more into this, man, because this is not new. Celebrities do it too. It's not just Twitch streamers. Now, I'm not saying that they viewbot, but what I'm saying is they would do the most outrageous things to try to stay relevant. On the other hand, Twitch streamers will obviously viewbot. Why? To make it seem like they are far more popular than they really are.
Which, if anything, just made more people think that Rakai and Reggie were viewbotting, especially considering that the things XQC were saying made a lot of sense. However, despite Cenat calling him out, XQC would still double down on everything he was saying, and once again address everything on stream.
You haven't seen the build up to where they at right now.
What is the story behind the 4 days in a row under 40% chat rates? Listen, forget about what I said. Forget about anything that I know or don't know. Explain what type of story or what endeavor gets you to sub 40, sub 30% validation rate in chat? Explain. I don't know. 4 days, 5 days in a row? Why even attack me? Attack my story.
This actually does make quite a lot of sense, as directly after they began averaging these crazy numbers, their chat validation just went so far down. Like whenever they each averaged a few thousand viewers, maybe even only 1,000, they had really good chat validation. However, nowadays, with it dropping to under 40%, sometimes even 20, it just makes it less and less believable that they're not viewbotting. In the previous video that I made about Rakai, I touched on the viewbotting situation just a little bit as it was just starting, and I actually believe that Rakai didn't viewbot. However, now with XQC saying all of these things and me doing my own bit of research, I can see where a lot of these people are coming from, as there is quite a lot of evidence against them. So after being harassed by so many people in chat, XQC once again decided to explain his evidence and also defend himself.
Yo, I get bored. I'm in the lab, okay, and I run the fucking I run the stats, okay. It's just I don't want it to be like mad at like pointing out something that's, but when you have a 20% chatter rate, 30% chat rate, bro, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what you're saying. It's that shit is off the rails. Like I'm confused. Like what? It's not just guys. These you could be getting views because guys, TikTok went hardcore. This went by whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. But why is the chatter rate so bad though?
This is true because even though a lot of viewers do come from TikTok, most of them do have verified accounts, so using that as an excuse really doesn't make much sense. But then XQC would then describe what it means to be a chatter, kind of verifying what I was describing earlier.
Everybody is technically a chatter. If you have an account, you're on PC or mobile, you're a chatter. It's how it works. It's complicated to explain, but when you do chatter stats, a chatter is somebody that has an account that's an active viewer. Most people are chatters. You know, you're not chatting in the chat. I sound like I'm a hater. I look like I'm obsessed, Andy. I'm weird.
Okay, now one thing that I will say is XQC is not wrong. If you have over 100,000, for example, right, you have over 100,000 people watching your stream, and the chatter is only 20%, that means that the majority of the people who are quote unquote watching are bots. And so it makes sense. At the same time, also keep this in mind. People who are famous, people who are big on the internet, I would say, they like to start shit to keep themselves relevant. So for all I know, this could be just a ruse to get people talking about them. Also keep that in mind, because let's be honest, Twitch is filled with viewbotters. Everybody knows that. I heard it's not allowed, but they still do it. So it's not really like, you know what I mean?
And nobody wants to be my friend anymore.
So this does once again prove that if Rakai and Reggie did have 20% active chatters in their streams, they were most likely botting at least 60 to 70,000 viewers, which is just absolutely insane to think about. You also have to consider that they literally have to pay for bots. At least we assume they have to pay for bots.
Yeah, to be honest, how much does it cost to pay for a bot, to be honest? Like, let's say you spend $5. How much is that, like 10 bots?
That would probably cost a lot of money to get that many bots on your stream. But still, I want to say again that nothing is confirmed here. This is all just speculation. However, it's speculation with a lot of proof. And it's crazy that XQC would just continue to double down on what he was saying. No matter if people agree with him or not, he really doesn't care. So here's one more clip from Stable Ronaldo's stream where he literally says that he doesn't care and he's just going to say what he thinks about the situation.
Wait, I saw you talking about something. What did I
Viewbotters?
see? Yeah, what was up with that?
They're all viewbotters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck saying it about these days. I'm not thinking that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. They're all viewbotters.
And keep this in mind, XQC is up there. I'm sure they'd be having conversation behind doors. And so he knows a lot of stuff. That's why when celebrities or people who are really high in a position, like Twitch, like on the internet pretty much, or, you know, movies or actor or whatever, right? When a famous person comes out and starts spitting their beans about something, although I don't always take everything that they say for real, one thing that I remember and know is that this person has access behind doors. They talk to people. They've been in the game for years. He may not name the person he's talking about, but one thing we do know is whatever it is he's saying, this is what goes on in Hollywood, or this is what goes on Twitch, or this is what goes on wherever. Why? Because he's been in a game for years. And XQC is one of those guys who's been in the game for years. So the fact that he is out there calling out Cenat and his gang for viewbotting, is he wrong? In my personal opinion, based off of what I'm seeing, he ain't wrong. Now, I'm not saying all of them viewbot, but what I am saying is some of them do viewbot.
So I don't care to say it.
All right,
People
are we
become
ready?
like from a 1K Andy to 20K Andy overnight. Like bro, I mean, I've been here before. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, this shit's fucking bought up the wazoo. And I would be open to the conversation.
You're
That like,
still going.
it's their agency doing it. It's like these new guys. Like, they come from Hollywood. They don't know. So like,
So
they're
what do you
trying to
so
like.
what do you think about me though? Like I've been doing this for 5 years. You think I just when I was just like, oh, I'm over it now. I'm just ready.
You've been doing this for a year, buddy. Let's be honest.
But anyways, guys, that's basically all we have for this specific situation so far. I thought it was super interesting because XQC and Cenat seem to be pretty good friends before this. Like, they'd even made content multiple times in the past. One time going to Disneyland together, and multiple other times just whenever they happened to be at the same place. So it's just interesting to see them actually in a feud like this. But anyways, make sure you guys drop a comment down below and also like the video. Liking the video does help it out a lot, and if you guys made it this far, then you probably liked it anyways, so just
Yeah, same thing goes for me too. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And by the way, so yeah, so since they're friend, exactly what I'm saying is that they've been talking to each other for a very long time. So it would make sense that, you know, they shared something in the past. Perhaps XQC, before he started off, he was a view botter until he took off, and then all of a sudden he's not view botting anymore. And now he seems to be calling out other guys for view botting, for doing the same thing that maybe he did in the past. Or speculations, really. Anyways, if you made it this far, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm gonna leave this guy's channel in a link below, so that way you guys can go ahead and check out the rest of the video, especially the one that he previously talked about. So later.